Hi there, welcome to this video. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com. And if you have an Aries ascendant, a Cancerian moon, and a Scorpio sun, then this is your video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, the degree of the zodiac, rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth is your ascendant degree, and the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. Okay, and when you walk into a room, the people, they perceive your ascendant. It's not the sun. The filter they perceive you through is your ascendant. So it's very important to understand your ascendant karma, because that is your soul karma. That's what you're here to do, and for you that is Aries. So when you walk into a room with the edginess in your eyes, kind of restless, temperamental, you're a go-getter. You exude the aura of a leader, and people see that. Okay, you have prominent eyes, you're not afraid of eye contact, you raise your eyebrows quite a bit. Basically, the head is in focus for you because Aries rules the head. And you have ruddy complexion, you, as I said, have piercing eyes, prominent cheekbones, thinnish lips, narrow chin, long nose. Occasionally I've seen that Aries ascendants, they prefer to keep their hair short. Okay, just too much fire going on here. And difficult aspects can see you lose hair, have brittle hair, or thinning of hair. So that's something you can counteract with coconut oil. Now, and your skin is ruddy, you have this redness about you. You're ruled by Mars, the red planet. You love your red lipstick, you love your red highlights in your hair maybe. And Mars is all about conflict, the god of wars. You're not afraid to get into a sticky situation and then show people who you are. You like to be fiery, you like to be outgoing, you're extroverted, and you are definitely a lot of high libido, because Mars also rules sexuality. And you like the chase, you like to be the dominant one. There's a huge dominant side to you. Okay, and you have a lot of testosterone and defined facial features. Even if you're a female, you're just more masculine, because Aries is cardinal fire, masculine. And you definitely have more of that. You can suffer from anxiety, stress, migraines, hypertension, digestive issues, because Virgo is your 6th house. So, afflicted Mars can see you go through all that. Even a lot of just nervous energy, impatient, restless, nervous energy with you. Okay, and acne, you can even have marks on your face, your eyes can be, and you can have glosses if you have difficult Mars. If you have a difficult Mars, you can have sensitivity to teeth, even ear infections. You don't have glasses, you just like to slap on shades, because this part is a very big part of your identity. And now the thing with Aries is that you're the infant of the zodiac, right? So infancy is not an easy process. Okay, we know that we've all gone through this. To grow up and to integrate with society is a painful process. Okay, and there are growth pains, stomach issues, fever, this, that, teething problems. But we all have to go through that. That's not something anybody can avoid, even if you're a king, right? So the lessons and shadows of Aries has to do with this infant of the zodiac growing up. And growing up can never be an easy process. So the fires of Aries is agitating. It's not a soothing energy. It's hard, it's dry, it's rough energy. You can even have a harsh look in your eyes, devoid of compassion if you're not, tuning into that. But with the Cancer moon, I doubt it. If you're Aries moon and Aries ascendant and Aries sun, maybe, but you get the point, right? So now after the 30th degree of Pisces, which is the degree of archetypalization, the soul enters Aries with a big bang and everything is new, right? In the northern hemisphere, with the sun moving into Aries, we have spring. And when the soul enters into Aries, we see a mini big bang, an explosion, a change in direction from your last incarnation, surely. Now, as the eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest said, that the goal of Aries enlightened selfishness. The infant is selfish because infant wants its own needs met. So it's not bothered about anybody else. Aries, that infant wants things, me, it's me. But, enlightened selfishness is the key to mastering this energy, right? And if you're ever feeling like you're not aligned to your Aries vibration, you're tuning into the more violent, more difficult energies, more aggressive, more conflict-ridden energies, then align with your authentic self. Okay, align with your authenticity. Aries is about authenticity at the end of the day. Okay, be careful of violence, accidents, road rage, guns, heavy machinery, acne. Of course, I said that. Be careful of that. Persistent acne can develop for a lot of Aries ascendants. And now you have your moon. Okay, let me tell you a quote by Ptolemy. The moistness of spring forms a primary beginning in the zodiac, similar to the beginning of all animal life. So you see, everything becomes new with Aries. It's a new energy, and your ascendant is your soul karma, so your new soul. Okay, and you're here to do new things, soak in new experiences. Now the moon is the very opposite of the ascendant. It is, if ascendant is the mask or the persona that you put on for society and how the society perceives you, the moon is who you are when no one is watching, when that mask comes off and you are in your raw power. And moon in Cancer is beautiful. 4th house moon, moon in rulership. Cancer is the 4th sign of the zodiac. It's just a Christ-filled sign. It's ruled by the moon, and its esoteric ruler is Neptune. And it's all about Christ consciousness and loving wisdom. I think is the key to mastering the Cancerian moon energy. It's empathic, it's psychic, it's intuitive, it's very healing and connecting. Cancer understands connection the most. It wants to connect. The Cancerian moon. Aries ascendant, not so much. Cancer wants to connect deeply, right? And it's cardinal water. So cardinal fire, cardinal water. And just be careful you don't get too possessive, nagging, manipulative, overbearing. Cancer rules the breast and the stomach. So again, having an Aries ascendant Virgo, your 6th house Virgo also rules digestion. So be mindful of not overindulging or eating things to substitute for pain and anguish or hurt emotions. Mother, very important for you. Childhood, very important for you. If they wounded you, you may have substituted them for something else, or you may have eventually found your soul family. But 4th house moon means your foundations are super important to you, and your mother was a huge part of your psyche, is a huge part of your psyche. For good or for bad, I don't know. That is something we have to see. Now, as far as your sun in Scorpio, this is not a good placement for the sun. I have said that already. Sun is good in Taurus, and Scorpio is very polarity of Taurus. So sun does not do well in Scorpio. Scorpio is the realm of Mars as well, and you have Aries, also the realm of Mars. And Aries' esoteric ruler is Mercury, and Cancer's esoteric ruler is Neptune. Now coming to Scorpio, Mars had traditional rulership, and then Pluto was given that rulership. And now some say that Mars is the sole ruler of Scorpio, some say Mercury. So taking Mars, I think Mars, yes, definitely. So you've got a very prominent Martian energy here. And Mars is not just about conflict. Mars is also the male yang principle and the action principle. It's Venus is our desire principle, Mars is the action principle. If we didn't know how to take action, nothing would happen. So it's not a good placement. 8th house sun. If you don't have a conflicted sun, you can get like difficult aspects. Then you can get some kind of inheritance. Other people's money should be strong. Something from your father. Your father may have had a lot of secrets. Scorpio sun. Your father may have been very may have had affairs, or may have been very violent. Definitely not an easy man to deal with. 8th house sun and 4th house moon, right? So it's a difficult situation happening there. But if I mean, look, Scorpio is the archetype of the detective, okay, and Pluto's domain is to really dig deep. So here you can utilize your Scorpio sun and really dig deep and investigate into something. It's fixed water. So there's a fixed energy, and you have a lot of cardinal shift and flux. So it's good to have this fixed Scorpio energy. The sun is our father, as well as our goals, ambitions, and desires, how the world perceives us. So the world probably perceives you as quite Martian. You have this Aries prominent ascendant, and you have Scorpio sun. You may be violent, you may give into acts of rage, road rage. Be careful of accidents during hard Mars aspects. Okay, even Pluto Mars aspects. Be careful of self-harm or harm just coming out of the blue. Okay, this is, see, Scorpio deals with the unconscious. It is the 8th house of death and rebirth, and nothing is easy with this. Ultimately, Scorpio is a sign of walking the path of discipleship. Scorpio has 3 archetypes: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. So ultimately it is up to you whether you take the higher vibrations of Scorpio, really dig deep into the mysteries of life, the occult, and definitely a lot of psychic energy there with Scorpio and Cancer. So delving into the occult, the esoteric, looking at witchcraft and other systems like that, and having your Aries ascendant, you're going to start a lot of things, but culmination is important. Scorpio, once they get started and it really, they're passionate about it, they stick with it. Aries, even if though they get passionate, they can flake off. But Cancer also hopefully sticks to things if their heart is concerned, because they're all about the feelings. Okay? And what are feelings but release of chemicals in the brain: serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. So you can be an investigator, you can be, a detective, you can be a counselor, and Cancer, Scorpio together, you can definitely be a counselor. But if your attention is kept in one place at in one moment, and in the moment. So that was a bit about that subject. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, please share.